Hello and good morning, you two. How are you doing today?
We're doing well. How are you?
Absolutely fantastic. I got to tell you, the process of this moment here has you've gone from, hey, I've got this idea, to planning the idea, to bringing the idea forward by living it, then producing it, and here we are. What a journey you guys have been on.
Yeah, it started out as a concept, like you said, and we ended up traveling down the Mother Road, Route 66, and got to meet a lot of wonderful people. We started in Chicago, ended on the Santa Monica Pier.
The Great Muslim American Road Trip, 2,500 miles of introducing real people to real people. It's such an amazing trip. And like you said, it's down Route 66. This is going to be an introduction for people to hit the road.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope it's an opportunity to learn. Mona and I, the whole journey, we are learning, and hopefully people can learn with us, because we learned so much that we thought we knew something, and then we sat at the feet of these scholars and musicians, historians, restaurant owners, physicians, and actors, and they really taught us so much.
I'm glad you brought up that you guys learned so much, because in reality, Americans only know what's in the newspaper when it comes to Muslims and Christians and things like this. And you really give us that opportunity to go, wait a second.
Yeah, and that's why I love the idea of this show, and that's why we agreed to do it, is because we're not actors. We are a real couple having this marital experience, and we had spent a year in isolation because, of the pandemic. And it was just an opportunity for us to go on a road trip as a couple and get to know each other all over again. We've been together almost 10 years and have a couple of kids. And it was just such a great opportunity for us to reconnect as a couple and meet people along the way. And those stories really transformed us and changed our hearts, because when you meet someone and you're able to look them in the eye and connect with them, it does something beautiful to you.
I'm an RVer. I have a studio inside my RV. I know what it's like to be out on that road, but I also know what it's like to be inside that truck or trailer with your mate. How did you guys learn about more of each other as you were discovering other things together?
Yeah, well, there's nothing like traveling to test yourself and test your relationship. And I can tell you, Mona and I are sitting next to each other on the couch right now, so we survived and passed that test. But, really beyond that, I think one of the things that most Americans are really craving is time.
Mm-hmm.
Most of us are very, very busy, especially if you have kids and trying to juggle work and all that. And so really it was this gift of time that we had with each other. And yeah, you see us fighting and arguing and bickering, and we're two different people. Like every married couple is made up of two different people, whether they're the same gender, the same religion, or the same background or not. But really it was a gift, and we came up the other side more connected.
One of the things that I find fascinating about your journey in life is that I'm fresh from the new Elvis movie, and I didn't realize that Elvis did a protest song on one of his specials. You did too. How did that come into being? And did you know when you were writing it or performing it that it would become a song that people would draw to?
I did have that sense, I'll be really honest, as I was writing the song in a small studio in Detroit. I had a feeling that this was a song that was going to connect with people. It's called Hijabi, Wrap My Hijab. And the song is really just about celebrating women across cultures and saying we are beautiful, we are connected, we are one, no matter who we are, what we look like, and what we dress like, and how we pray. And for me, that was a message I really wanted to get across, because we live in a world, unfortunately, that is intent on dividing and conquering. And I really hope to be able to bring people together through a message of love and connection. And so in the song, I say, all around the world, love women every shade, be so liberated. And I know that our power runs deep when we come together. So for me, that's that's what the hope was. And I was just struck, honestly, for that to be my first song. And for over, I think, 8 or 9 million people at this point have seen the video, and even more have heard the song and listened to the song and connected with it. So, if it can help one person feel heard and seen, then I feel like I've done my job as an artist.
Mm-hmm. Sebastian, when you guys traveled from Chicago to LA, that's a lot of regions. As you jumped into those new regions, did people change?
I have to say no. We really got to experience people because we got off the main road, because we got out of the car, because we asked if we could pray in their mosque, because we were invited to these gatherings. I don't believe that everybody is the same, and I don't like this idea, well, people are people, because obviously we're rich and we are richly diverse and different, and that's beautiful. But when you shake someone's hand and look them in the eye, there's a cliche that says you can't hate up close. And like some cliches, that's true. When you get up close to someone, and especially if you're willing to share a little bit, and more importantly, if you're willing to listen a little bit, what you see is people's hearts. And that inner part of ourself, what some people might call the soul, isn't really different from region to region. Is this country different in different places? Of course, geographically, politically, culturally. But we were really blessed, like I said, with the time to go a little deeper and connect on our hearts.
Speaking of those connections, Mona, what did you ever run into a moment where you needed to make a conversation happen, and that person on the other side that was going to receive your questions said no? Was it easy to get people, or was it one of those things where you had to face the challenge?
Oh man, Sebastian and I talk about that all the time. We met this opportunity, and it was a blessed trip. Everybody we talked to was so gracious and generous with their time, with their energy. We were fed beyond belief on this journey. We met people who opened their hearts and their homes and their restaurants and their community centers to us. And it was remarkable, because we were on this journey where we were travelers. We didn't know the folks we were going to meet. And instead of meeting any sort of negative energy or difficulties, we were just met with so much love and connection and grace. And it was this feeling of home every single time we stopped at a new place and met with new folks. And I just can't tell you how relieving it was to be in a situation where you don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. And every single time you went to face that challenge, it met you with such love. And I'm so grateful for the entire experience. And I hope when people watch it, that they walk away with that feeling too, because that's really what it's about. And I hope that that's what this media project can bring to folks is a little bit of love.
Please come back to this show anytime in the future, the two of you. I know this is just the beginning, the first step of a brand new beginning. And I really look forward to talking to you guys again.
Thank you so much. It's been great talking to you, and I hope you get to use your RV real soon.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys be brilliant today, okay?
Thank you. You too.